Found this bag by the railroad tracks. It has a bunch of different chemicals in the bag. Hydrochloric acid. I really don't know what this is. I don't know if they're mixing it. They bought it because it has a chemical and they're mixing chemicals. They have acetone. Xylene. And this looks like something that people could drench this cotton or this towel with some sort of chemical. And they have these hoses that they could hook to someone's mask or something. They could hook it to someone's face through a mask. There's contact cement there. There's one child's juice box. There's an empty bag of marshmallows. And this bag is filled with empty matchbooks. For the most part, they look like they've been used and kept for some reason. About 1,000 empty matchbooks. So there's a river, then the dirt road, then the railroad tracks, and to the right is the forest, and then there's some lots that are all marked private property, and there's a driveways that go down to the road up to the lots. The traffic you see in the distance is across the river on Route 7. So here's a lot with a fence in front of the driveway marked private property, and you can't even see it from most angles. It's that well hidden. But there's a metal warehouse, there's a metal building. It's a corrugated metal building back there. You can only see it in certain angles when you walk along the railroad tracks, and you definitely can't see it from the road. So they have some sort of chimney there. And the chimney is obviously hooked to some furnace. There doesn't seem to be any windows in that building. But that's hooked to some sort of fireplace or furnace. So there isn't a lot of lots as you walk down the railroad tracks. I would say that there's maybe like 5. For like an hour and a half hike, you'll get to about 5. Now this is to the left, right next to the road, and it's a house that had some cult members standing in front of it. If you want to refer to the Vatican Hill audio recordings. I thought it was a trailer at the time, but as I went back up there, I remembered it was a house. You'll see a ranch there, a horse ranch, and Eck mentioned that he owned horses over there. He also pointed to some farmland up there and said he owned that and he would grow and sell hay. This is X lot here. He has 2 houses. This is the one in the front. He rents it out. It's kind of an odd shaped house. That's a loft you're seeing with windows across it. And he has a log cabin styled house in the back. Like one of those log cabin kits that you put together. But the driveway kind of winds up. You cross the railroad tracks. You wind up, you get to the guest house first. The house that he rents. And then you continue straight back and you see a log cabin styled house, and that's the house that he lives in. There's also a corral for horses there. And a couple sheds. The whole time I was up there, the individual who lived in this house wasn't happy I was there. He must have driven up and down the road 3 or 4 times, constantly staring at me as I was walking along the railroad tracks. He was not happy I was up there. Now I'm right next to the Sega Meadows Park again, and I want to show you how far away the river is. The river, the road, a stretch of forest, an embankment, the railroad tracks, and all the way over here is a net. Looks like for catching fish. So how that would wind up all the way over here, I would think if you would find something like that, you would find it next to the riverbank. But it's all the way up over here.